Welcome everybody, Marius from Aspen Experience here, and in today's interview I am sitting with Melissa Sierra. Hi Melissa, how are you today?
Hi, I'm really good. Thank you so much for having me here.
It's a pleasure to have you too. Thank you for joining us. Melissa, she has graduated from hotel management studies back in Mexico, and she has done an internship with us in Aspen, Colorado last year. And now she's applying to return to Aspen to a different hotel this time and with a supervisor position. Melissa, before getting into the J1 program and before started working with us, what was your professional life like?
Well, before starting my process with Aspen Experience, we started our process back in 2019, I believe. I was actually just graduated from my bachelor's degree in international hotel management, and I was looking to do a program, a J1 program in the US, because I wanted to, get out of Cancun. I was born and raised here, so I wanted to open my mind, get to know new cultures, new types of services, get to know a different kind of touristic destination. So I started looking for a J1 program, and I was basically not working at that time because I just graduated. But yeah, Aspen Experience was amazing since second one with me.
How did you hear about Aspen Experience?
So I was actually looking for opportunities in Hosco. Hosco is just like LinkedIn, but for hospitality only. So I was looking for, in the search tool, I was looking like, J1 program in the US. And I started to look that there were different agencies. I had a big list of agencies and I spoke to, I believe, all of them, like 10 different agencies. But the day that I spoke to Aspen Experience, it was like, okay, it's here. I actually started my process with a different agency. I paid the, like the subscription or the first installment, but I wasn't convinced with them. Like I didn't feel it was right. Like they didn't give me options. They were like, okay, yeah, you want to start, it's gonna be with this hotel in this destination. And I'm like, I don't know. Like I would like to see, like a list of options. And with Aspen Experience, it was like that. You send me a lot of options with different, departments of the hotels. And that's what I love. And I was like, okay, yeah, it's here. Like I'm all in with you guys. And yeah, that's how it happened.
I'm so happy to hear that. Walk me a little bit through what happened after signing up. How would you describe the way our team guided you through the process?
I believe the first interview with you guys, it was with Claudia. She wanted to see how my English was. And like, I appreciated that because she told me that she actually worked in Playa del Carmen. I'm from Cancun. She was super nice. She's Mexican, just like me. So yeah, she was like, oh, your English is pretty good. You're in. Like, the next interview is gonna be, I believe it was with you, Marius. And yeah, everyone was super nice, super welcoming. You explained me all the process step by step. Then I had my interview with AHA. You connected me with AHA and everything. So it was super easy and everyone was super nice. So I was like really, really charmed by all of you and the service that you provide.
How did you choose the employer? Tell us, what employer did you choose and what convinced you to choose that employer, and how did you think it would be beneficial for you?
So actually back in 2018, I believe, I did a road trip to Utah and I absolutely love Utah. I went to Park City. And that was my first time in a ski town. So I fell in love with that ski town. And I was like, oh, perhaps one day I could work in one of the hotels here. I was still in school. I was still, getting to receive my bachelor's degree and everything. But when I graduated, I was like, okay, I'll start looking for options in Utah, in Park City. But then I started looking and in Utah, there were only options for like six months long program. And I wanted a whole year, the 12 months experience. So yeah, after that, I started talking to you and you told me that you had a couple options in Utah, but since it was only 6 months, but then you recommended me Aspen in Colorado. And actually, when I was in Utah, I heard that if I like Utah, I would love Colorado. So I was like, okay, Aspen sounds great. I Googled it. I started like researching about it. I saw that it's, the most famous ski town in the US and from the top 10 in the world for ski and stuff like that. So I was like, okay, Aspen sounds great. And yeah, your suggestions were always great. I actually started my process with you guys for Hotel Jerome in Aspen. I got accepted as concierge there. But then in 2020, quarantine started, my program got canceled, but you never stopped helping me out. Then you, after the pandemic and everything, you got me a spot in Viceroy Snowmass, and it was amazing. Like, it was also a great resort. I love it. Like, my bosses, my coworkers, everything was fantastic.
Tell me about the cultural exchange part of it, and how was your life in Aspen?
I got the opportunity to meet a group of people that were so welcoming. Since the first day, we really had a family there in Aspen, you know, between all of the Mexican J1s that got there at the same time as me, and other US people, some from the Philippines, like from everywhere. We found a family there in Aspen, and we got to do different kind of activities there in Colorado. I absolutely love it. I love hiking. I love all the hikes that I got to do. I didn't get the chance to learn how to ski because I was kind of scared. But now that I go back, I'll try to learn.
It's a must.
Teresa has been telling me that skiing is fantastic. Sorry. I got to do a lot of stuff. We went paddleboarding, hiking. We went to Denver, the big city in Colorado, you know, and we went to Meow Wolf, the museum there. It was amazing. So yeah, the cultural part was super cool. I got to meet, you know, a different kind of tourist that gets there, a different kind of tourism and a different destination, because since I'm from Cancun, everything is about, you know, sun, beach, activities like that. And there it's completely different. So yeah, it was pretty enlightening for me. It was so much different from here home.
I'm so happy to hear that, Melissa. So would you say that your expectations were met?
Yes, beyond than what I was expecting, actually, because I never thought that I could fall in love so much with a place, you know? Like right now that I'm in Cancun, I spent this year in Cancun, and it will always be a happy place for me, of course. But now Aspen feels like home. Like I really want to go back.
Would you mind sharing with us how long it took for you to recover your initial investment and start saving some money?
So actually it was pretty fast. In places like Mexico or any other places, it's hard for us to gather that amount of money. But it's actually an investment, and it's 100% worth it. It was like perhaps 3 weeks. And on the first month, I already recovered the investment that I made with you, Aspen Experience. And yeah, I started like getting all my savings and like gaining more money. It was pretty
amazing.
fast.
You are getting the chance to return to Aspen, to Hotel Jerome, this time with a supervisor position. Do you think this would have been possible without the 12-month breakthrough internship period that you did?
Of course not. I mean, the experience that I got to get in that whole year, I've never worked in F&B before Viceroy, and they gave me the opportunity to learn about all the positions, you know, since busing, serving, hosting, in-room dining, banquets. I got to learn all of that, and it wouldn't be possible for me to get into a supervisor position if it wasn't because of that year, you know? So I'm really grateful.
That's amazing, Meli. You did get to see how all the departments are being run from within, how they interact with each other. And I'm sure this will come in handy later on in your future career. I can see you going up there towards the executive positions and beyond. So congratulations for that. What would you say that has been the most impactful thing out of all this experience for you?
I think that it's going out of your bubble, you know, like getting out of your hometown, being far away from your family in like important dates like Christmas, New Year's, and stuff like that, being away from your friends and getting to know new friends, getting to know a new culture, a new destination, a new type of tourism. I think that is the most important part, you know. It gets like, it helps you to grow a lot in a small amount of time. You get to learn a lot of stuff, like professionally and in your personal life. So I think that's the most important part, to go out of your hometown and get to learn new stuff about new people, new destinations, new type of tourism, and at work.
I completely agree. I remember I felt the same thing during my first J1 programs in Aspen. The way I would put it is, you get to grow up, but in a fun way.
Exactly. Yeah.
Okay, Meli. So finally, would you have a piece of advice for someone that wants to have the experience that you had, but they don't know where to start?
Don't let me or let anyone else to tell you how amazing the service at Aspen Experience is, or how enlightful it is to have a J1 program. Just go ahead, contact Aspen Experience and start your process, because it's going to be completely worth it. Do it for yourself and get to experience the Aspen experience by yourself.
Thank you so much, Meli. Thank you for the recommendation and for acknowledging us. And it was so good catching up with you. I'm looking forward to seeing you back in Aspen.